You know, I have to tell you, probably the best feeling in the world is when you're sick and you finally are able to pop your ear after 2 days of it just giving you non-stop pain. Oh man, it's the best thing in the freaking world. But anyways, welcome back to another episode of How To Minecraft. If you guys watched the last episode, you'll know that I am still quite ill, and I've come down with a little bit of a virus. However, I went to the doctors today, and they told me it was not strep throat, thankfully. That's what I thought I have after a little while of, still waking up with a very bad sore throat. However, I've been told it's not, but on the counter end of that, I am still sick, which means commentaries are still relatively hard to do. I can still talk. While this doesn't necessarily give me pain, my nose is kind of preventing me from talking normally, so I might slur my words and be like, a little bit. But I'm going to try recording anyways. I do still need to rest pretty often, so we're not going to do any intense work today. But I do actually want to work on something, because this is going to be more of a productive episode. Whereas I know I've done a couple episodes that have just kind of been like one-offs. This is going to be a productive one, because I looked down here. I was down here because I was just, before I started recording, I was down here. I'm like, this cave is really cool. Like, I've said this for a while. I really want to do something with this cave. And I do still want to do something with this cave. But the thing about it is, I was running around it, and I turned around, and a giant slime spawned right in here. I didn't see it spawn, but it was right here. Giant slime. Now, this is at level 40. Slimes will spawn at level 40. He could have spawned right here. He could have spawned, like, down here. But I'm more than determined to figure out if this is a slime chunk or not. Because for those that don't remember... oh, God, my ear's coming back, Jesus. For those that don't remember, around episode 39 or so of the other season, which is episode 39 now, I actually had a fully working slime farm, which would be really sick to do. Especially the fact that this one seems to be right under my home. So I would love to get working on some slime stuff. The only thing is, I'm a little bit kind of prevented from actually figuring out if it's a slime chunk or not, because while it is, fairly easier to clear out sections, because for those who don't know, one of the easiest way of, did anyone else notice that my absorption heart got filled right there? One of the easiest ways of figuring out whether or not you have a slime chunk is to make, is to dig underground and make like 16 by 16 chunk holes in the ground in different chunks, like very big gaps, so you have to clear out a lot of stone. The only problem is, I do this best when I have a Haste 2 beacon, and while it does work out relatively well with stuff like, I don't know, how would I say, Super Breaker and things like that, it still is not the best thing in the world, and it would be a lot better with a beacon. Now the thing is, I looked over it and I was like, hold up a second, nobody has even tried to defeat the Wither yet, at least not to my knowledge. And, oh, Little Lockie is no longer with K. Welcome back. Yeah, I already said hi to him. But nobody on the server, I don't think, has ever tried defeating the Wither yet, or even going in to try and get him, and I'm actually not sure why, to be fair. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to go to the Nether, and we're going to go ahead and try and farm up 3 Wither skulls. I don't know how easy that'll be, considering the, I don't know if the spawn rate's... Trying to think of what to do. Farm up some money so I can make sick trade with you. I have a trade for him as soon as he gets up a little bit of money. I'm not sure of the price, though. But I do have something for him, though. However, you guys look in our inventory right here. This was from, mining episode, I think. Snazzy. Get some hype with Fortune 3. Remember, mine every bit of iron you see. And also silk touch any diamonds you get before you fortune them. But anyways, if you guys look here, I farmed up the rest of the stuff of the water temple off camera. A lot of you guys were like, hey, Pete, you missed the gold room. Guys, I was doing that off camera. So I got the 8 blocks of gold, and I got a ton of sea lanterns, which is sick. And that's pretty much all of our loot. We got a few of the prismarine blocks and stuff, but it's not really all that important to me. I can buy from a shop for no biggie. But yeah, we have a ton of the sea lanterns now, which I'm actually going to place in our valuable chest, because it really is almost valuables. We have a lot more gold now. We got our buckets of milk, which I can place in here, because why the hell not? And as for everything else, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much good on that. We got our sponges, which are sick. And yeah, really, the only thing I want to do really quick before we actually go to the Nether is, of course, take on our dungeon for the day. And, I don't think anybody has a problem with seeing dungeons happen first off. I'm just a sucker for loot. So, I do actually need to get my Fortune 3 sword. Fortune 3? Looting 3. I get that confused way too often. I need to get my Looting 3 sword out, which I think I have inside a chest before we go to the Nether. So hopefully I can get at least 3 skulls before the episode is over, because to my knowledge, I don't think I have any. And I don't know if anybody else has any more, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Why? Because when you silk, MC MMO has a chance of dropping multiple ores. Therefore, more ores to fortune. Gotta teach little Lockie the ways. That was actually a really good tip that I found out from... Feck, boys! Anyways, oh, I'm sorry. Are you a skeleton with a stone sword? I'm sorry, excuse me, what? That's not... Is that possible? Can skeletons drop their bow and pick up swords? Because I know dungeon bosses have that, but I don't think I've ever seen that in Minecraft before. Might have been because there's a stone sword laying up. What are you... You're such a... You know what? I want to name tag this guy, man. If I had a separate name tag, I would name tag him so hard. Okay. You think this is the guy down there. Anyway, skull crusher your face. And as soon as I try, you're gonna go ahead and do that to me. This guy's fast. He's got demon speed on already. Jesus, this guy's taking out a ton of my armor. Jeez, okay. Skull splitter. Okay, he is already a fast one, but to no avail. I don't think there's been a buff to the duck. Okay, this guy's actually taking down a good load of my hearts this time. A little bit weird. However, we are still killing him at our normal rate. I don't think there's been a buff to the dungeons. Holy crap. This demon speed is actually insane. Jesus. Look at this. Wow. He actually almost had us worried there for a second. I don't think he has us worried, but... My god. Okay, that was single-handedly the hardest guy I've ever had to take down in a dungeon in like 25 episodes. Wow, okay. So anyway, we'll go ahead and do this now. See what we get. Anything good? Oh, there's a helmet. If that's a Demonic 5, Dodge 5 helmet, I'll be happy, because I would really love to retire my iron helmet that I have. Alright, leggings. Oh! Wow. Why do they have to be iron? Wow. Okay, that's actually pretty insane with the block 5 on there. The helmet? Shield 5 helmet on an iron helmet. Really? Shield 5 on an iron helmet. And the diamond helmet, dodge 4. Okay, it's not that great. Wow, are you serious? Are you serious? Now, hold on. I actually got a comment right here. Okay. So, I've been trying to get block 5 on my armor. Someone said I have legendary boots with block 5. In fact, let me actually go to my armor chest while I'm saying this. This is sick, though. I wish it didn't have the blast protection on it, but that's what we're going to be working with now, at least. So anyway, let's actually go figure this out real quick. Let's jump down all the way here. Get a lot of damage taken. Ugh. Thank God falling damage doesn't impact your armor. Then we'd be, like, major salty. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump down here, go to my armor chest, and actually see if I can figure this out. Because someone did say I have block 5 boots. But I think they're iron, if I can remember. I think they're iron. Let me actually see real quick. So I'm pretty sure that's what he was referring to. Michael Wright was the person who made the comment, by the way. Let me see right here. Where are they? That was a shield. Oh, do I have them in my... No, it's not the ones that I have. Right here, okay. Block 5, and lock one piece out of the game. Okay. Block 5. Oh, they were diamond. Never mind. Okay, they were diamond boots. Okay. So what he was saying right here was basically, I can't buff this up to Prot 4 because it has fire and blast protection. That's how the server works with custom enchants. You can't bump up if you have another enchant. It'll just be like, you can't do it. What it says right here is if you salvage, like if you damage them right here, and then you use an MCMMO anvil to repair them, you need level 50 and 1 diamond. You can actually have the vanilla enchants taken off. And someone says, but the custom enchants will stay. I don't know if personally that's true or not, of how that would work. Because I don't know whether or not it would keep the fire and blast protection on. Because it says, after that you just put the Prot 4 and Unbreaking 3 on them, and then you're good. But what I think what happened is it would strip everything except block 5 right there, and then we would only have that. So I want to check right here, MCMMO, I think it's repair. Let me see, hold on. If it's using MCMMO block to repair them, iron block, yeah, our MC top repair, we're currently 39, so we're not at level 50 where we can do that right now. And someone says I have block 5 zealous leggings as well, which, yeah, I have block 5 leggings, which I might actually do in place of the Void Walker, even though actually it might be better to do it on this. Regardless, I can still try it on there, because some people were also saying that it would get rid of the normal enchants as well, or the custom ones. He said for some reason that it doesn't do it on, what's his face? Custom factions, I think, on Cosmic. So, you know, considering Vax, same developer on here, it probably wouldn't do it on here. So we're probably going to test it on another pair of boots that has something similar. For example, we could try it on the elusive leggings right here that has prot 4 and jump 3, and see if it only strips off the prot 4 and not jump. And I think we'll need, yeah, we need level 50, I think, to repair the diamond. Is it level 50? Or it might be 500. I actually have no idea. I think it's 50. I'm going to take, you know, faith on what he says. But anyways, that's going to be something that I'm probably going to try and get my, you know what, actually, why don't we do that then? Let's take a block of gold and a block of diamond and actually work on getting our salvage levels up real quick before we go into the nether. Because honestly, where should I put these? What if I put one right here? What if I put one right here? Okay. You place an anvil. Anvils can repair tools and armor. You place a salvage anvil, use the salvage tools and armor. So basically, if I was to take, oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't been keeping my, gold gear, which kind of sucks, because I haven't really been focused on doing salvage. MC top salvage? Is that a command? Child skills are not supported by this command. Oh! It's a child skill. MC... Nah, okay. Alright, so I think it's just in repair. But if we were to try and salvage... let's just try the Valiant Helmet. I don't think this will actually work since it's damaged. Right click again. You aren't skilled enough to salvage damaged items. Okay. So if I was to do it with this here, what would this do? Okay, so that gives me 1 iron ingot. Beautiful. Let's do sell hand. And then if I was to try this again with, I don't think it would work with a helmet. Pretty sure it won't work with a helmet. Let's try it again with just a rather crappy chestplate, or brute chestplate right here. And I think we'll get, what, 2 iron out of this? 1 iron out of it, okay. I'm trying to just get my salvage level up a little bit here, just trying this out. Feather falling 2. I actually don't know. Is there levels in salvage? I think there is. Or do you have to... You know what? I think you might actually have to just level up your repair instead of your salvage to actually get it there. That might be something worth looking into. Because I'm pretty sure that's how it works, actually. Let's see, the smite, we were to do it on the weapon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just, because I think we would have leveled up to at least level 2 right there. I'm pretty sure, because it's a child skill, that it has to do with the repair. So if I have a high enough repair level, I'm pretty sure I'll get my salvage level up as well. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, at least I'd assume. Anyways, let's go ahead and put our pants in here. Let's put our boots, and let's put our helmet back. That is such a freaking OP helmet. Honestly, shield 5? That's crazy. Then we got our dodge helmet right here. We got our block helmet, which we're going to be popping on right now, rather than our cyborg. Actually, we'll keep both in our inventory regardless. And we got our depth strider boots, which we don't need until later on. So we can go ahead and put those away. And, yeah, in the meantime, let's just go ahead and grab our looting sword. I think our looting sword is actually in my ender chest. And let's take a dip out to the nether and see if we can try and find 3 wither skulls within half an hour. I don't know what my limit's going to be, because I actually need to figure out where the hell they spawn. I know where they typically spawn, but I don't know if the server actually, like, is very friendly toward that, because from my knowledge and what I've heard, the respawn time on the server, or at least, like, not the respawn time, but the mob spawn rate on the server is relatively low. That's why, like, mob farms and stuff don't necessarily get as good of rates as they normally would. So I think let's go, oh, do I have my ender pearls? Thank God I still do. Let's go over to this one over here and just try it out and see if any of the guys spawn, because I might have to get a pathway going. Would kind of suck if they didn't spawn for some reason. And by the way, You guys might hear a little congestion in my voice. That's what I was talking about, the whole nose thing. Now, are you guys angry at me? Okay, they're not angry at me. I thought for some reason they might have been, but thankfully they're not. And I did just realize I have a very low food count right now, but that's okay, because I have /craft and I can use the breadsticks. 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 The wheat to make bread. Breadsticks. Okay. Alright, so now we're here. I guess... Okay, one of them has died. So I know there's been a couple around here, that's for sure. There's some blazes. That's confirmed. Blazes are confirmed in this. Magma cubes are confirmed in this. The question is, however, are wither skeletons confirmed in this? At least they should be. I would assume. Are they? Yeah, this is the hard part. Now I have to figure out where they spawn and if they're going to spawn. Oh god, I sound like Squidward. I don't know if anybody else is hearing this, or I'm just hearing it because I'm me, but I really freaking sound like Squidward right now. I'm like, yeah, see, we have to go see where they spawn, yeah, see? I don't know, man. It's kind of, I might have to do a little bit of a cut, to be honest, to kind of clear my voice. Yeah, I think I actually really need to. But, alright, blazes are spawning. I just don't know, like, are these guys gonna... Is that why nobody's done it? Have they tried looking for them and found nothing? I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a quick cut. I'm gonna go clear my nose and try and see if I can find any of these guys to spawn regularly. Because obviously, a couple of them have in the past, hence why there's the drops. But how frequently might be the issue. And by the way, another little mythbuster, headless, the enchant, does not work on these guys. For those being like, Pete, don't do looting, try headless. Doesn't work. That's only on players, does not work on mobs. Because believe you me, I would be killing every single mob with headless if I could. But anyways, I'll see you guys back just in a few. Alright, so I spent a decent amount of time in that dungeon, and I found, Nether fortress, rather, and I found absolutely none. I found none of them. I found magma cubes, I found blazes, I found pigment, I found every sort of variety of everything else except those. I have a feeling I know why the wither hasn't been killed yet, at least to my knowledge, and if it has, dear bless the soul that went through that torment. But anyways, I hear a ghast, which means the best thing to do is to run on a tightrope. So we're actually going to be moving over to, this dungeon over here, which looks a bit more promising. How on earth it does? Not exactly sure, because it shouldn't really make a difference. However, I have a feeling maybe it's because that... I really have no idea how these guys spawn, how they work. But I do just know that the server is rather picky when it comes to spawning mobs. At least certain types of mobs. Really not sure why, again, but, hey, there we go! Alright, I picked the right fortress. Here we go. Come on, boys. You're gonna give me... You got my loot 3 on here? Yep. You're gonna give me a head. First run in the middle. Give me a head! Dang it! Okay. At least we got some good news. We are here, and we are finding, we got the materials we need. We got skeletons around here, which is sick. Might be... because of the fact that, well, these guys have been here for the longest time, and we might not find another skeleton for another few hours. However, that's still good news. The fact that one actually spawned in front of me, and this border has still not been increased. Really? What happened to Nether Tuesdays? Did that whole idea just get disbanded? I was here 3 weeks ago. I was here 3 weeks ago with the same thing. Back when Kara was here. For those that remember that, that was at least 3 weeks ago. And I was talking about how I really, really hope the Nether gets expanded so I can go in and get those chests. And then I thought to myself, you know, it had been a while. Someone probably already went in and got those chests. No, because the Nether still hasn't been expanded. At least if it had been, it didn't get expanded in that direction. What the fudge are people doing? Did Vac and all of them just, like, discontinue that entire idea? Or has everyone been just too lazy to do it? I'll do it. Give me the server properties, I'll do it. Alright, well, this might be a little bit more difficult since I thought that would have been open by now, which sucks. But finding these actual skulls, I have a feeling the fact that there were 3 of those were going to be the only 3 chance of finding skulls that we're ever going to get. In fact, I don't even know if these guys spawn in these roof layers. Or isles, rather. Do they even spawn here? I don't think they do. Yep, and that's the edge of the world anyway. Okay, this might actually be a lot more difficult than I thought to get these wither skeleton skulls. In fact, it might be almost nearly... I literally just watched myself pay tax. Balance, we are out of the 100,000 region, and I have done nothing. Is that happening daily? Is that running daily? I can't be running daily. But that is absurd. I just watched myself pay tax. You have paid $9,000 for Region Town Plot 05. I just paid tax on camera. Yeah, kids, paying tax is not fun. When you turn 18, it's going to be great for some aspects. Taxing, not going to be one of those reasons. Anyway, gonna have to make another cut then. Try and find if we can figure out any more of these. Otherwise, this whole episode might just be a bust. But yeah, see you guys back in a few. A great quake is felt. Something has changed, but not in this dimension. So I was talking with, I dropped a line. I dropped a line in the How to Minecraft server chat. And I was like, why has the Nether not been expanded in like 3 weeks? I thought Nether Tuesday was a thing. And Vac was like, yeah, rip Nether Tuesday. I was like, I can expand it now if you want. And I'm like, yeah, sure, that'd be beautiful. So we did. And now we're actually able to go into the whole dungeon, which is, or the whole temple rather, which is sweet. And we're actually able to get these long overdue chests that have been here taunting us for pretty much weeks now. So in here we have gold horse armor and 4 iron, which actually, to be fair, isn't all that bad. So sell hand on that, get a little bit of there. And let's take the old horse armor back. Horse armor. I'm sorry, my voice is still not all that very good. Now, off camera, I did actually, let's grab this one too. 3 saddles and some iron horse armor. We'll leave that behind for anyone that wants it. You know, we can just leave it for them. Because I personally have no use for it. But anyways, as I was saying though, I was going through the Nether and I had found about 7 more of these guys. Is this it? Wait, hold up. Is this the end of it? Was I actually able to access the entire thing the whole time? If that's the case, I'm gonna be pretty salty. Oh. Well, there's another one, so I guess that makes up for it. There's another fortress in its own entirety, so I guess that makes up for not being able to access that. Personally, I'm not going to loot this one. I've already looted another fortress before, and I'm sure with the amount that there are, there's probably people that haven't looted them. And it would feel kind of unfair. You know, a few people are away right now, a few people on the server that still actively play, you know, record here and there. I would kind of feel unfair that I just come in here and, you know, raid everything while I've got the chance. So I'm not going to do that. However, I am going to go in here and kill every freaking wither skeleton that I can see, because there have been a couple that have spawned, not nearly as frequently as in normal vanilla there, though, but oh baby, here we go. Alright, oh, don't hit me there, skeleton, please, head, please, head, please, come on! I've killed 10 of them already. I know it usually takes a lot longer than that, it's like 1 of every 30 if you have looting on, but with the amount of, like, with the little amount of that there is of these guys that spawn, it should be a lot more frequent. Alright, let's come over here. Let's try and get this guy. Head! Oh, come on, drop me a head. I will straighten again. The headless enchant does not work on here. I so badly wish it did. But unfortunately, it doesn't. So for those like, Pete, use headless. Doesn't work. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Should tell Vac, be like, Vac, help us get wither skeleton heads more easily. Compensate for the server's derpiness. I'm sure it's probably just a server setting. Anyway, let's try it again. Kill the Blaze first. Come here, Blaze. Oh! Nearly got knocked off there. That wasn't bad. Head! Head! Dang it! We've killed 12 now. 12 of the... Actually, we probably killed somewhere close to 15 and still haven't gotten a single head. I remember, oh, there's another... Wow, there's a lot of fortresses. Okay. Wow. Excuse me while I milk the hell out of all of these. I'm sorry, but, like... If there's this many fortresses, I am taking every single advantage that... And there's even some more... Okay. I am taking every single advantage that I can to go through this. Now, hopefully, the border doesn't actually cut me off anywhere near here. It was 500 by 500, so... I assume that's 500 blocks in each direction, given by how he said it. That dropped a gas tier, and we got to return to sender. That gas tier, however, just got indulged in the biggest pit of lava I've seen in my entire days. Any of the guys who are here? Anything? You're gonna be able to find anyone? Hello? Blaze? Yes, I've seen hundreds of you. In fact, I have 30 blaze rods. If that doesn't get a point across, you can stop spawning now. Down here will not kill me. However, not a path I would prefer to take. Through here, doesn't look like anything. We might see some chests in here, however, since it is underground. Yep. And what are we gonna find in here? More gold horse armor. Again, I'll leave it for anyone that would like to do it. So, and there's some Nether wart in there. If anybody would like to go farm up these, you know, I'm not going to be that one guy that comes through and literally takes all the good stuff from every single one of these chests. I'm just here for heads. I do want to see what other people... Oh! Again, and this will show my loyalty. That's diamond horse armor, but I'm not taking it. I'm being a good soul. We already have one pair of diamond horse armor that I'm saving for that special horse. Whenever we do decide to get horses, but whoever comes through here... Oh, if there's a third, I'm taking one if there's a third. Okay, yeah, I'm taking, no, screw it, I'm taking one. There's 3, okay? The next person that comes in here is gonna get 2. We're leaving 2 behind, we're taking 1. We're taking 1, okay? I was like, if there's only 1 diamond horse armor, there's 4. There's 4 in total. I want to take another. Now I want to be the guy who takes another. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, we're taking another. There's still 2 behind, which is still amazing. But, anyways. I know it's a little jaggy, but, again, I'm leaving some behind. I should probably break the chests, however, so people... Actually, yeah. Yeah, I'll just break the chests. Make it easy on people that have come through here. But, yeah, get a little bit more extra diamond horse armor. See, there's diamond horse armor right there. Are we going to be able to find a normal skeleton? Yes, we can find one of those. Wonder what happened if I struck a zombie pigman. Probably nothing. Alright, through here, doesn't seem to be anything. Maybe above there's something. In fact, I don't even know, do withers spawn in these kind of things? I think they... Pretty sure they do. Blaze up there. What about through here? Might be more chests. In fact, yeah, there might actually be another chest. Yep, there is. And is this diamond horse armor? No, it's not. I was gonna be like, I swear to God, that is actually the biggest diamond horse armor haul I've ever seen in my life. Alright, let's look through here. You know what I could do? I could just take all of it and sell it. Nah. Alright, what's up, guy? Head! For frick's sake! Diamond horse... Diamonds. And obsidian. Again, we'll leave it to whoever comes over here. Another chest. 3 diamonds. 5 diamonds in total. Damn. That's gonna be a good haul. I'm telling you this right now. Someone better drop a line in here to someone else, like in comments or something, saying, hey, raid these. You're gonna get a lot of good loots, my friend. In fact, I don't know if I found any diamonds the last time I raided a temple. It's been a good while. But anyways, enough banter. So basically, I am going to, I'm gonna swim through this lava. Not really. I'm gonna go through all these, temples. And, or, what do you call them? Fortresses. Nether fortresses. Try and see if I can find some heads. Get any heads whatsoever. I think one head will be a successful journey for the day, to be fair with you. I think it'll be a while before we actually are able to kill the wither. But, yeah, regardless, I'm going to do another cut, see what we can find, and if we can find a head, then fantastic. If not, then, well, we'll have to come back another time, try and do another run through it, because we know with the amount of dungeons that are here, as long as we keep rotating between them, we should be able to find as many of these guys as we actually need to get them. So anyways, catch you guys back in a few. I was going to do an outro, I don't know why. Wait. Head! Come on! Oh my God, my face and soul and everything else. Guys, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I finally got one. Look, Mr. Pigman. I finally got one. He doesn't care. So after, like, killing about 35 of these freaking bastards, I was actually able to get one. I actually was able to get a head. And trust me, getting a thing was the best thing I could ask for. Honestly, having 3 of them would be a bit more of an improvement, but as soon as I saw the thing drop, oh, it just made me so happy. Because honestly, I was worried that Vac had messed up on a code or something. Not saying he would, but I was afraid that he would have, like, I don't know, kind of, you know, like, maybe the combat headless made it so no other mobs could drop any heads or something like that, because maybe nobody else had ever tried. And I was like, oh, I swear to God, if that's actually the case, and I've been trying to go at this for so long, I'm going to be so salty. But anyways, we have our first Wither Skeleton head, so I'm quite happy. However, the downside is it's taken us quite a long time to do it. And I'm personally not feeling all that hot, so I'm actually going to end off the episode here. Next episode, and the next time we go into the Nether, I now know the formula. It actually works out very well. There's 2 of these dungeons, and the best way to do these is actually... I went through a very obscure area, not usually one that I typically go through, but what I basically do, the best of my ability, is that I go through this dungeon, through this entrance here, and then just alternate between these 2, and they're so far away from each other where they both alternate, you know, they both spawn withers within a pretty forgiving amounts between each of them. So that's been able to help me farm a little bit of these guys, which is nice that I've actually got a bit of a formula. It's not the best, of course, but it still definitely does work nonetheless. I think there was one up there. No, doesn't actually look like... Now I'm trying to make a point. It doesn't actually look like it's doing anything. But regardless, that's actually pretty sick if that works. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know, a little bit of a weirder episode, but it's definitely a progressive one for sure. Definitely want to try and get that wither killed up and done. The only problem is I'm really going to want to sell every block of iron that I have to use to get to that haste too. But, it's, you know, it's worth it. But yeah, if you see over here, there's 3 of them, and if we can kill that guy first, let's see if we can actually get a second head, maybe to end this off. Here, second head, I would cry. Serrated strikes, and the 3rd guy... Yeah, no. I was like, if we would have gotten a second head right then, I would have been mad. I would have been like, no, I am actually mad at this point. So, yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I guess, with all that, I'll talk to you guys next time, and hopefully by tomorrow, I shouldn't have a sore throat anymore, judging by what the doctors have been saying and stuff, and what my symptoms seem to be, and the fact that it's not strep as well. So, yeah, things are looking good. Love you guys, and a reminder again, I'm not straining myself very much at all, so you don't need to worry about my health or anything. I'll be okay. It's just a virus, something that everybody gets. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Ciao!